Okay, big fight. Big fight this Friday on Netflix. Long awaited. What was originally Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul morphed into Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. And this Friday is the day these two gentlemen will fight.
Yeah, guys, I'm not even gonna front. Joe went on a semi-rant. He didn't drop any names, but we all know exactly who it was aimed at. Of course we do. And let me tell you, I'm about to absolutely go wild over on Patreon. Selfless and shameless plug, don't care. You all better go subscribe to the page. The price of the brick? Yeah, it just went up. And he'd been warning us for a minute that it was coming. I believed him, but my focus has been locked on Patreon. As for Netflix, there was no way Joe was about to fully dive into anything Netflix related. And honestly, it might not even be entirely Netflix. Could be Jake Paul related too, but we'll break that down. The price of the brick has officially gone up. Not My Most Humble Day is hands down the best and most fitting title for this episode. Joe, if you haven't seen it yet, maybe because the visuals aren't out unless you're on Patreon, landed a Netflix ad deal. He got the bag. He's pushing the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. And let me tell you, the segment is long, like 5 to 7 minutes, no cap. I'll be real, I wasn't even focused on the details of the fight promotion. My eyes were locked on that Netflix graphic. Then I caught the bottom left corner and saw the fight date pop up. And as the segment went on, new graphics kept flashing, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And now for a little quasi-rant. Joe said it himself. He's the only one that actually owns his shit. He isn't partnered with anyone. He might get endorsements, but at the end of the day, all executive decisions run through him. They hit his table first. He runs it by Ian, they make a call. This week, it's Netflix. Who's to say next week he doesn't land a Best Buy deal or a whole bunch of other sponsors decide to back him? This man's main IP, it's starting to look like a legit television platform. He's making a shift for reasons that honestly, I can't even fully explain. I am so locked in on Patreon right now. And I'll be real with y'all, I'm not wrong about the Patreon angle because it's happening right in front of me. I'm seeing the push they're making everywhere, non-stop. And here's another update I just caught on Flip's page. I saw it pop up in his chat. He said none of his Vimeo videos are working on Patreon. What does that even mean? Anywho, Joe has equity in Patreon. Patreon is going to do what it's going to do. I'm going to push my content hard so that whenever they pop, I get my piece of the pie. But just because my stuff is on Patreon doesn't mean Patreon owns my shit. That's another part of the play for them too. I could put whoever I want on here. There's no telling how big this bag was. And because Joe jumped impulsively, he got connected with Logan Paul. Logan introduced him to Jake Paul. Jake Paul was like, yo, you out here doing numbers. I could rock with that. And one thing we're not talking enough about is Jake Paul's influence on a lot of the young creators making moves right now. Everybody's caught up on how Jake Paul boxes and how people are throwing matches just to grab a bag. How does this YouTuber get it to the point where he's making $50 million a fight? How the hell did exhibition matches start generating this much cash? And here's another thing I noticed, and I'll have to fact check this in real time, guys. Next to the Netflix logo was an MVP logo. Wait, what is that? Who is that? Don't tell me it's a Jake Paul thing. Of course, I had to check it in real time. MVP Jake Paul most likely stands for Most Valuable Promotions, the boxing company Jake Paul co-founded in 2021. So while we're all staring at the huge Netflix ad, which is massive, I'm even more focused on that MVP logo next to it. And now that I know it's Jake Paul, it all makes sense. These influencer moves, these young players, I have to give them credit. They're showing us how to maneuver in the big leagues. They're showing us how to move with the heavy hitters. And the fact that Joe owns his own shit, I get to dictate who puts their shit on my platform. At the end of the day, people sign all these ad deals or go through agencies just so they can push themselves and build their brand. Well, if I'm one of the big dogs getting all the views every week, who the hell, oh, you can put your stuff here, You can put your shit there, but it's gonna cost you a fat stack. Joe is going prime time with these commercials to show advertisers, yo, we're big business now. This isn't about growing the audience anymore. I keep thinking from the audience perspective, but Joe is past that. We need to stop viewing this as just a Netflix deal and start looking at it like a Jake Paul move. Look at the momentum Jake Paul is building. There's a reason Joe keeps speaking so highly on the pause. But if we're giving him props for the Netflix deal, yeah, I'll give them too. Notice Charlemagne, all the iHeartMedia folks, and a bunch of other creators are now moving toward the Netflix model. And if you don't own your content, nah, y'all aren't getting that energy here. I can already feel it pumping through me. Start creating, y'all. This deal should push us to start building our own platforms. How is this not possible for anyone who's invested in their content like Joe is? But it starts somewhere. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments about this move. This is a massive deal. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Big deal. So drop your thoughts on the promotion, the Netflix ads, everything. Like the video if you feel it. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, you already know how we do. Ridiculous, man.